Hello to all of you. My name is Maria Kądzielska and you're watching Poland Daily Culture. And we still go deep into the roots of our social health and this, our family and marriages. With us is an expert, Jarosław Szymczak. Father J, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Well, it's hard to hide that you are a priest.
Yeah, that's... I'm using my camouflage.
Absolutely. But we were talking in the previous episode about the four aspects of actually any healthy person. And this is the mindset, the heart set, the soul set, and the health set. And you were talking about a spirituality and different, that all of us human beings have this aspect of spirituality. And I here have a small question, because I would say that more and more young people, which even they set up marriages and relationship, they understand very well the mindset that they have to be bright, they have to be intelligent, they have to have knowledge. They understand the health set, they have to go to gym and be fit and eat healthy. Some heart set, usually they recognize this need as well. But when it comes to soul set, that's problematic because more and more people want to live in a life which is absolutely cut out of this transcendent element in it. Basically, materialists. How would you defend this?
I believe that the young people, they understand the difference between the religious practices and the life which should be based on this. If they see, unfortunately, looking at on us, the parents or mature people, that the practice, like going to the church and saying rosary or some other practices, they can see the difference in their real life. For example, bad example, a good friend of mine, his office is in the very small street, which was almost outside the city, but now the city came to this place, so they constructed a huge block of flats, and they also constructed a church. So this small street, which was just, for some people, now it's not main, but it's one of the ways people go to the church. And because it's a very small street, so the cars can't stay on the street, they need to use sidewalks. So the sidewalks are, generally speaking, very small, so people can't use it. And after the church, after the Holy Mass, people are going, and some of them, of course, only few of them, being upset because of the cars blocking sidewalks. They could break the mirror. The side mirrors.
Okay, so
so he asked me the question. He's not believer, but he asked me a question. Okay, you're believers, you're close, saying this like parishioners are not my parishioners, but these people are going back home from the church and are doing the things because of being angry or upset with the cars. So, what did you teach them in the church?
Okay,
the
so
real love, or
you basically talk about this need of that there are certain rules and practices, and the division between how those practices manifest themselves in our daily life and in our spiritual development, in a way that how we communicate, how we build our relationships with people. So if we build them based on love, then our children and young people also see the fact that this religious practices actually have a meaning. Yes.
Exactly. We have two things. We have the mean and the end. So if my practices are the means to an end, which is to be better in love, more respecting, more gentle, more giver than demander, finding time for our relationship. So these practices could help me to be a better person. And what the younger generation is really focused, is they are looking for a good spirituality. So because the practices by the parents or grandparents are not really clear for them Okay, going every Sunday
Or they
to the
became
church.
flat, yes.
Yes, you will be better person because they are very critical. So they can't see that my parents going every Sunday to church are better. And sometimes they go to the church and also they have fights.
Yes.
So it's like, why I have to go to church if my parents are not better people after the Holy Mass? Why I need to practice, for example, I had somebody asked me for help because she is praying very many hours daily, but she has no relationship with her husband. Or somebody asked me for help, like he's praying rosary, like 3-4 rosaries a day, but he's very upset with children. He's always, angry with them. He's not being very supportive. He's always, blaming and very critical and go to your room, finish your lessons, why this noises. At the same time, he prays rosary. So who will follow this example, who will really want to be like my dad or like my mom, they're just practicing, but we need love to see. Of course, as a priest, I love to pray. And I say my rosary, I say my liturgy of hours. I have 1 hour daily adoration of the Blessed Sacrament with my community I belong to. My daily Mass, of course, I love to pray and I teach people how to pray. But it's a means to an end. It's not the end.
And the end is, of course, relationship with God, but this love of God should manifest in our love of other people.
Yeah.
And we'll put a point here. It was just a small intersection, a little bit, about the current spirituality of young people. And we observe this in Poland, but it's not only a Polish thing. I would say it's a thing all over the world. And here you have the remedy of Father J, which basically say, love first and practice as a second thing. And I would say that's a very important message. And again, thank you very much for watching Poland Daily Culture.